One of the most iconic cars of the 2010s returns for 2020. Here's Joey Logano's 2020 Shell PENNZOIL Ford Mustang. Howdy folks, it's Diecastbuffet here again, back with another NASCAR Diecast review. Today's car is going to be Joey Logano's 2020 Shell PENNZOIL Ford Mustang. Now this one is a standard iconic paint scheme, and literally the 22 car has been wrapped with this paint scheme I think since what, 2011? Yeah, 2011. Like, this literally was on the racetrack for a decade, right? And it's still around. It's still a cool paint scheme. A lot of people don't like it. Personally, in my opinion, it is the generic poster child style paint scheme for Joey Logano. That's literally his car. You know, Dale Sr. has the Black 3. Jimmy Johnson has the Lowe's 48. Brad Keselowski's going to have the Miller Lite 2. Kyle Busch, Eminem's 18. Joey Logano, Shell PENNZOIL Ford. And without further ado, well, let's go ahead and get this 2020 Shell PENNZOIL Ford Mustang with the cool little Cup Series banner. Yeah, actual Cup Series banner on a Logano diecast. That's going to excite a lot of those Penske cats out there. Let's go ahead and get it right out of the box. Alrighty folks, brand new out of the package. Here we go folks, Shell PENNZOIL Ford Mustang 2020. And one thing that I just see right off the bat, this thing's a very sharp looking race car. Obviously the splitter is black on this one. I didn't notice that with the 2019, I don't think. So you got your Cup Series banner here, you got your Cup Series logo on the side. I mean, if you really think about it, this is probably the first Joey Logano primary that's actually complete since 2016. We got the banner, we got obviously the Cup Series logo, we got the colored wheels, you got all that jazz, and it's on the L mode. You don't have the stupid PTC mode. I can't stand that stuff. Yeah, I thought it was kind of funny how in 2015 they made his primary on the PTC mode. Of course, that was the year he won the 500. And with me being a collector of Daytona 500 diecast, I had no choice but to get it. And of course, it was on that ugly PTC mode. Ugh. I could probably get the 2016 or the 2014 version and just say it's the 2015, but for the sake of authenticity, I ended up getting the 2015, and unfortunately, I'm forced to keep that diecast because it's a PTC mode and I collect the 500 winners. Anyways, let's go ahead and get into this diecast review. Alrighty, so over here to the nose of this car, you got PENNZOIL, you got Shell, very nice, got the, traditional Penske scallops, and it still seems that the nose wraps to an odd point. It doesn't wrap to the exact point where the Mustang is. I don't know if it's just because the whole nose is kind of skewed out for aerodynamics. I'm not too sure there, but you got the Ford logo. You got Mustang, got a little bit of an eyebrow there, just chilling right above my left thumbnail. That's cool. You got the yellow 22 there. You got your headlights. I like that, the yellow Mustang there. I really like that. That's just a nice little touch to add to the diecast. Got Lincoln welders. You got the Sunoco black splitter. I like that. Just a little bit of a nice touch to it. Wow. Honestly, they actually didn't do too bad on the nose. I mean, sure, this main, front valence piece, the main grill piece, that thing's a little bit of a hopscotch away from being centered, you can see right there, but pretty good job by Lionel there. And then over here to the left side of this diecast, and you got Joey Logano on the name rail. You got Moneyline, you got Ford, whatever that is, PPG, Mazak, Coca-Cola. Wow, Coca-Cola on a diecast. Oh god, they're gonna probably get butthurt over that. Oh, you got Bosch, Shell PENNZOIL, Auto Trader, Snap-on, American Ethanol. Can we just point out how fake that gas insert looks? Can we just point that out, how it's literally flat on the Mustang mode? It's literally flat, and they just have a cheap decal there. I don't know. So you got a NASCAR race car, NASCAR Cup Series. Got the Goodyear there. Got the PTC logos on the tires because why not? I gotta love those budget cuts. Won't be long and everything will be PTC. So you got AAA, you got discount tire. You know how cool would it be to get a discount tire 22 car, like an actual Cup Series discount tire 22? I think that'd be really interesting. Like maybe like a Kentucky paint scheme or something. That would look cool. You got the red side skirts here with the Penske scallops, and I like how a 22 kind of cuts in with the scallops. It just doesn't run red right behind it and kind of like blend it all together. No, it actually cuts it out, and it just gives it that a little bit of a more, it just makes the paint scheme look a whole lot better in my opinion. And then over here to the back end of this diecast, you got a red spoiler here, which is always great, you know, very good to have that. You got the 22 crew, which is extremely small decal there. I got the shell PENNZOIL, I got the Ford Mustang joint there. You got the 22, just chilling over there on the bottom right. You got the red, kind of like, it's not a pinstripe, it's more or less like, just like a, I don't know, would you consider this more of a pinstripe or more of a, I don't know, just a normal bottom layer? Kind of funny is that the whole bottom of this car, you know, the Penske Scalps design, I kind of just realized this, and maybe I'm kind of stupid for just realizing this. It's so similar, I'm talking so similar to the Ryan Blaney Menards cars. I never realized that if you just took out the scallops here and you painted the whole nose, you know, red, you practically have the generic template for the Blaney Menards diecasts, which is quite interesting. And speaking of diecasts, if you haven't known already, I got 2 playlists down below in the description. Every NASCAR diecast I reviewed, every custom NASCAR diecast I reviewed. 2 full playlists down below in the description. Hundreds of diecast reviews down there for you to enjoy. And yeah, very nice back end of the car. And then over here to the right side of this race car, I got Joey Logano on the name rail. Got Moneyline, PENNZOIL, Shell, AAA, Discount Tire, Auto Trader, Snap-on. That thing is good. God, it looks like a freaking lava lamp. Oh, it's getting groovy over here. That whole thing is washed around, man. I mean, that thing's been in a washer machine. You got NASCAR Cup Series, NASCAR race car, Goodyear, got the, you know, of course, you know, your yellow 22 over there. Reminds me of the 2014 roof. You remember that in 2014 when it was the first year of the playoff crap? They had the yellow 22 because they had to make the whole red, you know, roof design, because in that year, if you made the playoffs and you were still alive in the playoffs, which then it was called the chase, but it was still the playoffs, you had to have yellow roof numbers. And of course, since it's a yellow car, they had to change it up and make a red roof. It actually looks, I don't know, I don't think I really cared for it too much. But you got an actual, like, legit paint chip here, it appears. Yeah, you could, I don't know, is that just like a paint splotch? Is that like a raced version mark? I don't, is it a freaking freckle? I have freaking no clue. It could be a birthmark for all I know. Then over here to the roof of this diecast, and look at that Cup Series banner. I mean, a lot of people are excited about this, and I'm glad, you know, it gives people to, you know, something to be happy about. But I mean, you could see the window bars around it. I'm more excited about the window bars than the actual banner. That's just me, because I grew up when just about every diecast had this. Of course, the Action line didn't, but Hot Wheels, you know, Racing Champions, which, believe it or not, Racing Champions, they used to make so many paint schemes. Like, the Action guys, they would make, you know, the Elliott Sadlers, like the 38 Elliott Sadlers. They'd make the Jeff Gordons, they would make the Dale Juniors. Racing Champions would make all the back marker cars, not all of them, but a lot of them. A lot of the Busch Series cars, too. And, man, they always had the window bars on it. They would chip off very easily because Racing Champions was the cheapest NASCAR diecast around. But if you took care of them, they're still in good shape. Of course, you got the, you know, your red 22 here. It's a little bit more squunched up than normal. You can see some really bad spots there. What the heck happened to the Shell PENNZOIL logo here? What is it, a freaking cloth? Look at that. I mean, for the most part, though, the diecast is actually in really good shape. Just a few little hiccups here and there, but you got your PENNZOIL, Shell PENNZOIL joint on the deck plate. Alrighty, folks, that is it for today's NASCAR diecast review. Let me know what y'all think about this diecast down below. I think it's a fantastic looking paint scheme. Look, it's a primary. It's going to be one of those iconic cars of the 2010s. You know, if you go back to the 2000s, you think about Bobby Labonte's Interstate Batteries car, the red and blue Jeff Gordon, you know, paint scheme. Obviously, the red number 8, you know, that's just the 2000s paint schemes. But in the 2010s, we're going to be talking about the yellow and red 22. We're obviously be talking about Jimmy Johnson, which he had so many different paint schemes, you know. Of course, you're going to have cats like Keselowski with the Miller Lite 2. So many different paint schemes. Like, for real, so many paint schemes of the 2010s. But this is going to be one of those. He won the championship in 2018. He won it in the Daytona 500 in 2015. I'm not a Logano fan, but I will review his diecast because they are freaking awesome. Anyways, folks, thank you all so much for watching the video. Make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Hope you're having a great one. Of course, you know, make sure to hit that notification bell. Got a lot of cool NASCAR diecast merchandise coming up on the channel. Once again, folks, hope you're having a great one. Very cool diecast right here. Absolutely recommend it. Diecast Buffet signing off.